we go, I guess. Hello, everybody. Kenneth Apthorpe here, wishing you a good day, and hopefully you're feeling great. Today we're going to be learning about how to model and putting your model inside the current model that you currently have in Unity for Fireworks Mania. Anyway, let's backtrack a bit. This is for Fireworks Mania modding for dummies. And so if you're a dummy like I am and don't know what to do, this is a great place to be, because I'm a dummy too. And if a dummy can't explain to a dummy what a dummy can do, then dummies are going to be dummies. I have no idea what I was going to do there, but there you go. Anyway, hello everybody. Yeah, I hope you're doing alright. And yeah, let's go ahead and open up SketchUp. Yeah, you've already installed SketchUp from instantly to lesson 1. So I'm happy to announce that this is the second one of the series for SketchUp. So first off, you're gonna see something like this, right? You're gonna see probably Susan here. This is actually named as Susan. It is to scale. She is currently a 5'9" person, which is about the normal amount for a person. So that's pretty cool. What I would like to suggest is that you guys should definitely bring up the toolbars, everything, like getting the large tool set and then subtracting the getting started, because you're going to need every single one of these. Let's see, you will need views, you will probably need sandbox, you will need layers if you're up for that. Alright, there we go. I believe that is all that's required at the moment. If there's anything else, we can just add in later. So do you see how I did that? Do you see how I did this, chat? What we're going to do is put this right over here. It's the same thing like Unity. You can place and drag and drop anything on anywhere in the screen. There you go. I usually put like a little square right here. That way it's more square than it is not. And then sandbox, I'm going to put it as this. Never had to do this before. And when you're done, you hit save toolbar position. So in case it bugs out, and it does happen sometimes, you can load the toolbar based off the setting in the SketchUp file. Alright, so now we have all our tools. Where do we start? Well, it depends on what you want to make. Say we want to make a rocket, right? So we're going to make a rocket today, chat. We're going to make a rocket today. And the best way to make a rocket is to start with a circle along the blue axis. Do you see how this circle is blue? If you rotate it just a little bit, it'll be on the green's axis. Rotate it again, it'll be on the red axis. Oh, by the way, you use your middle mouse button to rotate anywhere, and the human always stays within your range. If you don't have a middle button, you can click on this little button called the orbit tool. This will help you navigate around and through places. It'll help you very much. Right, anyway, we're going to make a rocket today, chat. And the best way to make a rocket is starting with a tube. Start with 1 inch. Just a 1-inch rocket. Nothing wrong with a little 1-inch rocket, right? And now we want to make like a lot. We want to make this like 3D, right? And what we could do is use these little pencils and just do it line by line, or we can use the simple method and use push-pull. Watch this. Just click on it, instant tube. Now, how big do you want this rocket? It depends on how big you want it. So I can't really decide whether you want a good rocket or not. Let's make this like a salute rocket and make like a big end at the end of this rocket. So let's go ahead and make this big. We're gonna click on this offset tool, and we're gonna make a bigger cylinder right now. Boom, just like that. We're gonna raise it up however much you like it. I'm gonna do it 4 inches. Now there is this thing right here. To close this gap, you can just put endpoint to endpoint and it'll close it right up. And you can even erase it just to make it wholesome for you. Unless you want it that way. So there you go, we have like a little salute there. And now we're going to make the fins. This is optional, you don't have to have fins, but this is just for exterior purposes. What I would like you to do is hit hidden geometry, which will turn on every single line that is currently hidden. And we're going to make the fins, like so. Again, it's up to you whether how big you want it. This is way too big for me, and you have to start on the same line. Go for the midpoint. There we are. If I sound funny in chat, is that because I'm kind of coming down with a cold? And so yeah, don't come within 6 feet of me, I guess. Alright, so you want this on the other side. Now we could do the same thing over, or we can hit the rotate button, hit the control key on your keyboard, and go around, and this makes an extra little fin. You can do this twice. Check this out. You can click this and this, go from this, whoops, I got confused there, sorry, and do it this way. And now you have a 4-pronged rocket with a giant salute at the top. Now you can, if you don't like the size of this, which I am not a fan of this size, I'm going to go ahead and make it smaller. And doing so actually makes an interesting effect of the top part, which makes it like legitimately look like it's actually supposed to look like that. So you can leave that there if you want, or you can just, you know, bring this down to prevent such things and bring it back to the endpoint of that thing. But I think I like it that way, so let's leave it that way. Now it is time to color. If you think you're good with the model and it's the size of this little human, you can delete Susan. She'll come back once you load in a new program. And we're going to make temporary UV placeholders. So this will be in the next episode. I will teach you about UV placeholders. But because if you use any of these materials, they're going to be really shiny. And if that's your thing, you can leave them as it is. But it's not my thing. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off hidden geometry. I'm going to color this gray because the salutes are obviously gray. We're going to color the tube brown. So that brown color, maybe a little bit darker. Yeah, there we go. And then we're going to color the fins black. You can hit the shift key to change the location and fill. You can change the fill icon, which if it's match paint or all connected faces matching paint. So there you go. We made a first rocket. Now we can choose to name this thing. What should we name it? We should always have a different name for our rocket. So come up with a name first of all, and yeah, and then make the name right here. We're gonna call this Thunderstruck, I guess. Now you can change the font anywhere you want, and I'm thinking Tempest Sands, and we're gonna put this on the side here. Now you might notice that Thunderstruck looks kind of weird because, well, to be honest, it's not even to the rocket. It looks 3D. Well, this is where the scaling tool comes in again. You can hit this little button, but I want you to put it on your keyboard 0.01. Boom, and it will make it 2D. Well, almost 2D. It has not enough roundness. It's not rounded enough. So what I want you to do is to undo that. Control Z. Hit the unglue button by right-clicking. Sorry. It's supposed to unglue, but it didn't for some reason. There we are. Go inside the model, click this and the model it's connecting, right click and intersect with selection, and this will get the icon on there. Now you don't need to worry about all these different lines here, so we're going to put these as white. Gotta be careful here, sometimes it doesn't work. Alright, now if you're looking at looks like the letters E, U, D, U, C, K are not has a whole fill, so we're gonna fix that by replacing some lines, coloring some things, trying and error. Believe it or not, this is the hardest part of modeling, trying to figure out the colors. So once you're done with this, like I'm doing, that can't be good. Now, usually just doing one usually fixes it, but so far I'm not seeing it, which is weird. It's never done this before, chat. Well, I have to edit this out. Alright, we're gonna edit this out then, chat. We're gonna have the 3D thing then. Scale it, I guess. How can I be a good teacher when the technology I need to make it work is not working? Alright, there we go. Do it. Thunderstruck. There we go. Now the label is now on the rocket, and you can remember the rotation tool. It's still there, I believe. So we can make it a perfect 90 degrees, and they'll be on both sides. And there you go. You have your first little salute rocket. If you want to make this bigger or smaller, you can just grab this little thing. You just go woo. Again, it's up to you, class, if you want to make it bigger or smaller. I kind of want to make it smaller when I'm close to the ground. So there you go. We're going to have to save this, though. Save it as, put it in whatever you want to put. It automatically goes to your documents. But I always put it in desktop, since I always use it immediately after it's done. And once it's put on Unity, you don't need to keep it anymore. So we're going to call this Thunderstruck. Save. You should probably put rocket and model in it, but it's up to you, Alright, that is all that we need to do, is it? Yeah, it's good enough. Alright, now it is time to build our rocket. Using everything that I've shown you, I'm going to show you how you can create a rocket from scratch. So let's go to make a new folder. We're going to call this rocket Thunderstruck. There we are. I'm going to open the model, go to desktop where the model is, import Thunderstruck, and it will import as a model, and we can just go ahead and delete it right away. From here, not from, excuse me, from here, from here and not from here. Alright, so that is how you make a model and put it into Unity. Do we have enough time to, no we do not. Alright, class, this is where I have to leave you now. I will see you in the next episode, and hopefully we will get to the part where we put the model inside our prefab. But until then, this is Kenneth Upthorpe, class is dismissed. I hope you learned something, cream of foxes, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!